Hello, everyone! And today's news will be pretty far from the exciting one, I'm not gonna lie to you all. Something very concerning has happened to the Skibidi toilet series recently, as I and the whole fan community in general noticed some very troubling changes and signs that it's pretty much possible how the entire Skibidi toilet brand might not even belong to Boom anymore. And surely lots of people started to suspect that something suspicious has been going on with the series' production quality since the release of the episode 79, part 79, and all those speculations got much worse when the debut of Emergent series has occurred. But it all got much worse with the newest silent updates that I've received, and oh boy, let's just get into this. So here's what happened as of now. After the rushed releases of both the third part of episode 79 and full 79 version with extremely noticeable downgrades in visual quality, Boom posts the lengthy statement regarding the new incoming era of Skibidi Toilet and his new position during this era as well. In this post, Boom announced that after 2 years of working on the series non-stop completely solo, he's now teaming up with Invisible Narratives, the studio behind such major franchises like Transformers, in order to expand the Skibidi universe beyond YouTube. He'll take on the role of executive producer from now on, focusing on world building and special episodes, while a full creative team handles animation, while using new tools that will make future episodes faster, bigger, and of higher quality. It also meant the switch up from SFM Labs to Unreal Engine. But as it turned out later, such changes would relate to Emergent spin-off series only, while the new 80th episode of Skibidi Toilet main series would still be made with the help of SFM tools. In any way, Boom called these changes to be a major step forward for both the series and himself as a creator, promising fans that the next era of Skibidi Toilet will be its best yet. But there was another pretty sus detail in this entire statement too. Noticed how Boom did nothing but pretty much major glazing of Invisible Narrative Studio while saying little to nothing about his own plans and ambitions? So many people suspected right away that this whole post could be written not even by Boom himself, but either generated by AI or written by someone from his team or probably by some Invisible Narratives worker as well. Why though? Well, because the real Boom seems to be the one giving us the tiniest clues about his real attitude regarding the whole corporative feeling taking over Skibidi Toilet brand right now. The one making the intercepted stream lately, and the one who published 2 strangely bittersweet and even sad Skibidi Toilet shorts on his alternative YouTube channel. This could be the real Boom giving us clues that he's not in control of his actual series anymore, and that probably happened long before the first episode of Emergence got even released. The takeover probably happened while the third part of episode 79 was already in the works, and given how sloppy and straight-up cheap full episode 79 looked like, it is the easiest giveaway that Invisible Narratives Corpo could simply snatch the whole project out of Boom's hands in order to mass-produce a quicker, cheaper, and less polished product. However, all of this sounds just like one big speculation, right? Like, where's the proof of that or anything? Well, now let's take a look at what happened to Boom's Instagram recently and why it got me worried so much that I decided to make this video. So here's what we will see once we'll get to Boom's former Insta page. There are 0 posts left besides the one statement I just described above, and the entire page's name got just changed to one word, Skibidi. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. Not only did all the posts from Boom's official Instagram account disappear after the letter describing the new era of Skibidi Toilet and his new position as executive producer only, but now even his name is no longer there. It's just the Skibidi Toilet brand title and nothing more, which is more than concerning. And by the way, the old fans of both Skibidi Toilet and my channel may also recall that initially Boom's nickname was also indicated in the logo of the Boom's online store, but over time it disappeared as well. So considering that the description text, his YouTube profile picture, and banner on Boom's YouTube's channel also got changed a couple of days ago, I wouldn't be surprised if whoever did that could also decide to change the nickname of his former YouTube channel to just Skibidi as well, and completely remove any mention of Boom the creator whatsoever. But all of these changes made my initial thought about how the initial statement could not even be written by Boom himself, but rather by the guys from Invisible Narratives LLC, even stronger. Otherwise, why would it be the only post that was allowed to stay on this rebranded page and not being deleted, like all the other ones? And by the way, speaking of rebrand, I connect all the changes that occurred on Boom's YouTube channel and Instagram page to this one word. I feel like Invisible Narratives Company is fully in control of Boom's entire brand now, and they already got things moving their way. Yeah, so apparently the general situation around Boom and Skibidi Toilet has taken a really dark turn. Because, according to multiple sources and the stuff I've seen with my own very eyes, the Invisible Narratives Corporation has officially cut Boom off from the project entirely, along with removing his access to all social media accounts and platforms that are connected to the series in any way. The claims about him still being involved as an executive producer seem to be nothing more than corporate damage control at this point, or in other words, a cover-up from Invisible's side in order to protect both their public image and Boom's reputation, since openly admitting that they kicked out the original creator of Skibidi Toilet would cause absolute chaos among the fan base. So they'd rather keep it all under piles of NDAs and dirty rugs, aren't they? And honestly, if this all turns out to be true, then it's a pretty devastating betrayal to tell you frankly, guys, considering that Boom literally trusted these people with his entire brand. The company at this point really does come off as a soulless, profit-driven machine. And I hate to say it, guys, but that's exactly what it looks like to me at the moment. What's even worse, though, is that there's a growing belief that Boom might not be involved in episode 80 at all. Rumors say that his original SFM team has already been absorbed, replaced, or will soon be replaced by the same faceless animators who worked on Skibidi Toilet Emergence. And we all remember how underwhelming that turned out in the end. And if that's the case for real, then we might be witnessing the corporate takeover of what was once a very creative and passionate series made by the man who was literally obsessed with the stellar quality of his craft. Some fans even fear that Invisible's long-term goal is to turn Skibidi Toilet into a generic, mass-produced content farm, just like many of those heartless spin-offs flooding the internet lately. And I am afraid that all those speculations are in fact very far from being groundless, you know. There is also a very unfortunate theory that the Invisible Narratives' plan is to turn the original Skibidi Toilet into the same soulless content farm as the spin-offs seem to be, despite earlier promises to keep the series faithful to its original style. And that is beyond tragic. It is also possible that some of the upcoming episodes of the main series, or even all of them starting from episode 80, will be made on Unreal Engine instead of SFM Lab as promised, just like the spin-off was. That would mark a huge shift in both the tone and identity of the show. Well, whatever happens next, this situation is evolving pretty fast anyway, and it doesn't look pretty to me at all. I'll definitely keep a close eye on it and update you guys as soon as more info comes out, because if all of this is true, it's one of the most tragic turns in Skibidi Toilet's entire history. So what's going on anyway? We are waiting for an interview that was promised to take place between DataBio and Invisible Narratives Company some time ago. And at this point, this is our only hope to get to know something relevant. And after this interview will come out, I will definitely make another longer video dedicated to this topic and analyze what they will say. Otherwise, so far, there seems to be absolutely zero information regarding their relationships with Boom and this whole situation that has been happening lately in general. Well, whatever is going to happen next, I will be keeping you updated on this issue, my friends, so stay tuned.